Okay, so for this video, we decided to ask a 6-year-old boy to ask us questions.
Question 1. Would you give someone a ride if you're driving in college and someone needs a ride? I would go with, to be honest, probably not.
I feel like it depends.
Here's the thing. If this person just looked like they needed a ride, I probably wouldn't. But if they asked me for a ride, yeah, I probably would. And it wasn't like too far. No, yeah, if they asked me for a ride, I'd say yeah. It's like that thing, when people say, oh yeah, I would totally help if there was a conflict. If I saw someone being bullied, I would totally step in. But in reality, you wouldn't. Like, I'd like to think that I would be able to see someone and be like, oh, that person needs a ride. I should go offer them a ride. But I know myself enough to know that I wouldn't. So that kind of makes me feel bad. But that's reality. If someone asked me, though, I think I would.
At least thus far, whenever anyone's asked me for a ride, I've said, like, yeah, sure. And, like, I don't mind. And, like, I enjoy driving, so it's not a huge deal for me, even if it's, like, a little out of my way. But it really does, like, depend on if I know the person at all. Because, like, if I've seen you...
in college. He's talking about if you're in college.
Well, yeah, I know.
So you're not going to know everyone at your school.
No, I know that. But, like, if it's someone I totally don't know, I don't know that I would give them... I guess it also depends on where they're going. Like, if they need a ride to, like, work or, like, school or something, that's a whole different story than, like, giving them a ride to... I don't know...
But you also have to be careful if it's, like, super late at night and someone asks you for a ride.
No, do not. That's so sketch.
No, it depends. If you feel unsafe, don't give the person a ride.
That's, like, with anything, though.
The other thing is if somebody, like, let's say you got out of class at 10 p.m. and someone's asking for a ride to their car because they feel unsafe, then, yeah, absolutely do that.
I've done that at work before where I've given people rides to their cars because it's, like, so sketch.
So,
sometimes assess the situation and react accordingly.
There you go. Question 2. Would you at least want to try making friends if no one wants to be friends with you in school?
I mean, yeah. I'm an extrovert, so it's, like, in my personality, like, I like to be the one to make friends, and, like, I'm super outgoing, and I like to talk to people and stuff. So... yeah, definitely.
It's very difficult for me to make friends if I have to initiate. So if no one wants to be friends with me, it'll take a lot for me to put myself out there.
Which is why you have no friends.
I would want to try, but I probably wouldn't try. Question 3. Donald Trump's a bad president, so would you not want to vote for him? Asking the hard-hitting questions now, aren't you? I would not want to vote for him. In fact, I did not vote for him.
I mean, I legally cannot vote, but why would a 6-year-old, like, start...
I think the important thing about this question is that we gotta live with what we got. We gotta make lemonade from lemons. So, don't think that we've lost, so to say, just because this is the reality right now. Keep yourself in the loop. I think that's really important so that you can make informed decisions and to keep voting. The presidential election is not the only election that matters. Politics is a ripple effect, right? So if you're taking action in electing your mayor or electing your congressman or your senators, right? All of those factors are gonna affect how the country is run. Keep protesting, keep making your voice heard.
I got to protest outside Trump Tower, like, the day after he was elected. Fun fact. 'Cause I was
You were
in
there
New
for, like, a
York.
minute.
I was there for 15 minutes.
Question 4. Advice on how to get healthy plants. I actually think this is very relevant because I feel like it's really trendy now to have plants, just in general, right? Succulents.
Oh, I love
fiddly
succulents.
fig trees, which fiddly fig trees are really hard to take care of, so it's really hard for me to watch people get these trees just because they think that they're pretty and not take care of them, and then watch them die, and then it's like, oh, whatever. Like, it's not a piece of decor, it's a living thing, so you do have to take care of it. I don't necessarily have a green thumb, so I can't give specific advice, but I can tell you to think about it before you just get a plant.
Since when are you some, like, plant advocate?
I am a living thing advocate. Think about your plants.
All right, my advice if you want some healthy plants: water them, put them in sun if they require sun. I don't know, play some music. Maybe plants like music.
What is this, the 6th grade science fair?
A little bit. You never know. And I remember this much, don't water your plants with soda.
This question was never completely finished. All I have is, if you're in high school and you had your first driving lesson.
Wait, that's it?
That's it. I don't know where he was going with that.
All right, I'm gonna go with that's a good start.
Okay, so here's advice on driving for the first time, right? It's gonna feel overwhelming. And remember that it is a big responsibility and that you're ultimately controlling a death machine. But also relax.
Yeah, I would say make sure you're learning with someone that you can trust. Because, like, for me, my driving instructor sucked. He was so bad. And, like, he would, like, be talking on his phone while I'm, like, driving for the first time ever in the world. And I'd be, like, freaking out. And then all of a sudden, he'd, like, put down the phone and say, like, gas, why aren't you gassing? And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And, like, it was terrifying. But, like, then when I would drive with my mom, like, she was just, like, she's really good about that stuff. And she's good about, like, keeping things calm and, you know. Yeah, so make sure you have someone who knows how to drive and that you trust to help you get there.
Hopefully in the future we'll have more questions from a 6-year-old. Let us know if you have questions from yourselves, and maybe we could do a similar kind of advice sort of situation. Obviously, we're not professionals and we've only experienced...
Well, you're not a professional.
You're not professional either.
You don't know what I am.
We have only experienced like this much of life, so keep that in mind.
Okay, bye.